Welcome to Now. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the news happening in the world right now. Well, it's Friday, the day many of us have been waiting for all week. A day to think about all the awesome things we could do this weekend, and really, there's tons of awesome things to do on your day off, unless, of course, you live in North Korea. Yes, I'm once again talking about them because, well, more and more war-like news is coming out of that country. Today, North Korea sent out a warning to all of its foreign diplomats at its capital, Pyongyang, stating that it can't guarantee the safety of its embassies in the event of a conflict, and suggests that they may want to think about evacuating their staff. You know, just in case something happens, like, let's say they shoot a nuke at the US, and then, well, the US shoots one back and destroys everything. Currently, Russia is in talks with China, the United States, Japan, and South Korea to determine the motivation behind this latest announcement. To me, personally, I feel like it's every day North Korea takes one small step closer to the future extinction of its own country. Even the retired Cuban leader Fidel Castro put in a few words about what's happening in North Korea. Castro published his first column in nearly 9 months talking about the wider impact a nuclear war could unleash in Asia and beyond. He stated that Havana, the capital of Cuba, has always been and will continue to be an ally to North Korea, but asked it to consider the interest of its friends. He also claimed that if war does break out, it will result in images that paint President Barack Obama as the most sinister figure in US history. A rather bold statement from Castro, but the thing I want to know is that if North Korea actually did do something stupid, would Cuba actually be on their side? Because we already found out that China ain't gonna be standing in their corner to fight alongside them. It will continue to be interesting and scary as time progresses. Obviously, the ultimate fear is that North Korea will do something stupid and try to blow something up. I hope it never gets to that, but looking at the continued push from the new leader, it may only be time before North Korea does something that it can't undo. Okay, so from the depressing news, let's move on to something a little more fun. If you've ever been golfing, you've probably driven a golf cart, or maybe you've driven a golf cart in another situation, but I bet you've never driven or even seen a golf cart like this one. Boom! Hover golf cart! Yes, that's right, it's a golf cart that's also a hovercraft. Created by Neurotic Hovercrafts, it's a one-of-a-kind hovercraft that will let you take your golf game to new places. When Bubba Watson got bored of getting around the course in the traditional means, his sponsor Oakley got together with the Hovercraft Company to transform a regular golf cart into the Super Hovercraft golf cart. No more going around water hazards, just go right over them. Sand traps? Nope. Boom, hover right over those. And the old golf course rule of keeping your cart away from the green? Well, you don't have to worry about that either because this thing just hovers right over it. Personally, having played golf in the past, I'm gonna have to say this, I would rather drive that golf cart than play the whole golf game itself. And if you're thinking, I want one of those like right now, well, from what I can see online, they aren't actually producing these things in mass quantities. But who knows, in the future, maybe we won't have flying cars, but at least we'll have hover golf carts. So from hovercraft golf carts, what on earth could I possibly talk about next? How about brain control? Yes, brain control sounds like a good topic. An interesting new video hit the web today showing off a human being controlling the tail of a rat. Now, I'm sure many of you just freaked out because, you know, well, it's a rat, but hey, they have feeble minds, so it's kind of easy to control them. Researchers have created what is known as BBI, not BBM, BBI, or brain-to-brain interface. The idea behind this was to allow one subject to control another's brain, but in a way that was unobtrusive, meaning that they didn't hack open someone's head and connect wires straight to the brain. Instead, the subjects wore an EEG monitor to monitor the brain's activities. Now, while the subject looked straight into a strobe light, which actually it helps trigger the EEG response, they were actually able to send commands from their brain to the brain of the rat, and thus make the rat's tail wag. This is a pretty small first accomplishment, but hey, it's still pretty big for the scientific community. Just think about it, in the future, maybe we can control more and more things with our brains, and eventually, who knows what might happen. The researchers behind this experiment think that the possibility of sharing thoughts between brains could be highly possible in the future with this technology. Or the networking of multiple brains together with one commander could also be possible, though very scary when you think about it. So in the future, hey, look out! My thoughts could soon be yours. And last, a new set has been released for The Sims 3, and well, it brings part of the world of farming to our favorite virtual world. Country Livin' will allow your Sims to enjoy the pleasures of a simpler time. New furniture and clothing are included in this pack and will help your Sims home feel more like a farm. Besides that, your Sims can enjoy the pleasures and benefits of raising chickens in the game. They can then use their fresh eggs and even the chickens themselves to cook in their own home. You can find this new pack on the Sims 3 store if you wish to purchase it and download it into your game. Okay, jumping back to the mind control story, I want to know, in the future, if it's possible to link up your brain with the other brains around you, would you want to do it? Tell me what you think in the comment section below, or of course you can always let me know on my Facebook page, through Twitter, or on Google+. Links to all that and the other topics I talked about in today's episode in the description below, along with the always amazing subscribe button. So until next time, I'm Curtis Parody, and that's what's happening now. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can of course check out more videos that I create by clicking on them below. Check out Now for the latest news happening in the world right now, Paradise Gaming for some fun gameplay videos, or of course my personal vlog channel to see what I'm doing outside of my studio. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show and getting some new clothes for yourself, just like this shirt, you can pick up this one if you want. Check out the store at thecurtisparodystore.ca. Bye everyone.